guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to show you guys basically the last page of the sketchbook, as well as at the end I will have a very mini sketchbook tour at the end. It's about I think 7 minutes long or something, where I will briefly talk about each piece in this sketchbook, because actually a lot of you guys were very curious after I did a quick flip through from the Sailor Moon redraw challenge. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And yeah, so I filmed this a while ago, so I'm not too familiar on what exactly is in this speed paint anymore. I believe I am drawing Masaki, or painting Masaki, let's say, and he's just has flowers in front of him. That's about it. I just wanted to finish off the last page with something I'm familiar painting with, because this sketchbook's been kind of like a hit or miss kind of sketchbook. I have pieces that I really like in the sketchbook, and then similarly enough, there's pieces that I am not too fond of. So yeah, for the most part, the beginning of the video towards pretty much almost 75% of the video is gonna look fairly saturated and fairly warm until I realized that I should change it to be a little bit more natural looking. I don't know why it was so saturated, or if I needed to change my lights to be more of a white light instead of the warm light that I was using, because I'm often painting in the dark with my 2 lamps on. So that's about it. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I said in the later half of this video talking about the sketchbook tour, but yeah, the sketchbook is a custom made sketchbook. I did stitch it myself using C Lemon's tutorial on Coptic stitch binding, and yeah, I think that's about it. I'm using Strathmore 500 series paper, and it is cold press paper, 300 GSM. I believe it's also basically the paper came in a gigantic roll. So the paper, when I cut out the paper for the appropriate size for the sketchbook, because it's been rolled the entire time, I don't really want to cut them and then pre-stretch them before I have to bind them, because pre-stretching them will require me to also tape them down so that they lay flat or dry flat, but I don't want to put on that much effort to pre-soak the paper, let it dry by taping it down. But then if I remove the tape from the sides, I'm gonna have to recut the size. It's just a bigger hassle. I don't usually like using the back portion of Strathmore paper. It's the back of Strathmore paper is really smooth. There's this weird consistent texture, but it's not exactly rough watercolor paper texture, and it's not smooth like hot press paper. It's just this really, if you take a burnisher and you burnish one side of watercolor paper, that's what it kind of feels like. It feels oddly almost glossy or silky at the back, while normal watercolor paper usually would have little fibers and stuff popping out, so that it can absorb the water. There's sizing there. I don't think there's sizing on this side of the paper, so it makes it a little bit hard to work with. So for these paintings, they're all on the rough side, the side that I prefer to work on and the side that is meant to be worked on. The really smooth side, I have basically I glued them together, so the smooth side to the smooth side of each signature are glued together, so that first, I guess it helps with several things. One, it kind of hides the seams of each Coptic stitch binding, so it doesn't have the strings in the middle and stuff. 2, it basically allows me not to use the inside cover, or not inside cover, the inside page, because I definitely don't prefer it. And then 3 is that they curve the paper when I cut them, they curve inwards, just because on the outside is the rough texture when it's being rolled up, so they curve inwards. And if you glue them back to back, that actually makes them really stiff, and they don't, because they're pushing against each other, they actually stay very flat, so I don't have to worry a lot about warping. I believe in some other videos, I don't remember if I have it on this one. I probably do. There's usually a binder clip holding my sketchbook together, just because I usually like to keep the paper from buckling. But because I tape two really thick pieces of watercolor paper together, usually I can get away with not needing to adhere anything to the page so it stays flat. So yeah, this voiceover is going to be fairly short because you guys are going to get real-time footage of me showing you guys the inside of the sketchbook. I'm just finishing off Masaki's painting by adding little stars, by basically using the negative space as the white portion. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye! Okay, so false alarm. I just looked back at the footage that I had for the sketchbook tour portion of the video, which is 12 minutes long. I don't remember talking for 12 minutes about it, but I guess it's 12 minutes long. But the audio is very, like, the audio peaks a lot in the old recording, so I'm not too fond of it. So in order to save the rest of your guys' ears, but to save your guys' ears, I am gonna redo the voiceover like this, so hope you guys do not mind, and it helps with consistency. So as I told you guys in the beginning, why is there so many loud dang cars? Okay, this sketchbook is a Coptic stitch sketchbook that I bounded myself. I will leave Sea Lemon's tutorial down below so you guys can know how I made this particular sketchbook. It's basically, I think it's an 8x8, or it's, yeah, I think it's 8x8. It might be 8.5 by 8.5 inches. It's a square sketchbook. I use cardboard for the front and the back, and I use some very, very thin fabric to do the covers. And then I have some cardstock inside to do the inside pages. But yeah, this is Strathmore 500 series watercolor paper that is cold pressed. It came in a roll. I did cut them down so I could put them into the sketchbook. So right off the bat, we have this one of Emma from Promised Neverland. It was supposed to be a print for a convention, but the quality of it was not good enough when I scanned it, so I decided not to use it for prints. I don't know if I use this style anymore. It was kind of more of an experimental style for the sketchbook, so yeah, I don't know if my art still looks like this. The second one right here is from a Draw This in Your Style challenge. I think this one's from Pizza Bacon on Instagram. I might have to recheck, but I really wanted to draw it because her hair and her eye color is very pretty, so I really wanted to do it. The pink and the green were really nice. This one of Masaki was kind of experimental. I kind of really liked how his apron came out. A lot of like cooler blue tones and brown tones. But as you can see, I didn't finish it. His face is derpy, his arms don't make sense. I don't like how I rendered his sweater, and the petals just look weird. So I decided I'm going to maybe redo this in the future, but really liking that apron. I think I did a pretty good job. Next, we have two paintings of Minghao. So the one on the left was supposed to be for the cover for my zine, but I decided to scrap it. The colors in the concept I do like because it's supposed to be like fashion based, and I wanted to have these fabrics overlaying on top and have it kind of like mix and stuff. I think I can do it digitally, but I was trying to do it with watercolor because I was gonna make the zine primarily only traditional medium, which it is. But yeah, that didn't work out. This one, you guys already seen a speed paint of it, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but yeah, I'm not sure why this video in particular got a lot of traction on YouTube, but yeah, well, as long as you guys like it, I guess. This one's a painting of Wanu. I'm not really fond of. I was going to make it into a speed paint. I scrapped the footage. But yeah, I just don't like how his face came out at all. I might redo it. The gouache, I used gouache for the rings and all the like stuff for the crosshairs and stuff, but it didn't show up light enough because I'm a noob at gouache. So yeah, I might redo this in the future. So yeah, something for the future, I guess. Not my favorite at all. Okay, so moving on, we are on to this little Chibiya Wonu, also a speed paint. So when I came back from Japan, I did the 4-color challenge from the paints I bought from Japan, basically. And I made this cute chibi of Wonu and the pancake I got from the 17 Cafe and the little drink, and I think it came out really cute. This one's also a Draw This in Your Style challenge, and I believe this one's from Lana J. Really liked it. I really like the overall color of it and the warmth of it. I believe I put down like a lot of yellow at first, and this is kind of me getting back at doing watercolors after a convention. Here I have a quick painting of Fire Emblem Free House's Ash from the Blue Lion's house. I really love Ash, I really do. I don't draw him enough, but I really like him. His hand's too big, by the way, so let's not look at that. Other than that, I really like the simplified leaves for the background. I think it's really cute and something I would like to do in the future again with more of the Fire Emblem characters. Yeah, so maybe I'll make it into a series. If you guys want to see a series of me doing portraits like this for different characters, please let me know. I kind of want to do it. Yeah, but I don't know if I'll record them. Ignots. This is kind of like the hit or miss section now. Wanu was a hit or miss. This one's also a hit or miss. I like how the hair came out for the most part, except for the left side's a little bit flat. But yeah, his face isn't my favorite. The background doesn't look that nice, but I still like it. This one's one of my favorites, except for I botched up her nose, so I had to do a lot of refixing and repainting over her. But this is Mercedes, or Mercy, from Fire Emblem as well. Really love it. Her hair's really pretty, really pretty. And yeah, I did these weird abstract plants in the back, and I think it's really cute. Her hand's also very big. Once again, I'm a noob at drawing hands. But yeah, I think here I was talking about how I was drawing their noses differently because I'm not used to drawing their nose in this angle where you're focusing more on the nostrils facing forward rather than like I tend to draw people facing the sides. So I can get away with drawing like a harsh line for the nose. Another one I would like to redo, but I actually quite like it. I just think his face is a little off, like his jawline. But this is Dogyam as King Arthur. I just really wanted to play around with atmosphere. I'm usually very scared of doing shadows on the face that's like he's backlit. So this is a very good attempt in my opinion, because I was brave enough to do like a lot of purples and blues into his face to overlay and make it look like he's kind of backlit. I would like to redo this. I actually would like to redo this. I kind of got a redemption when I did the chibi version of King Arthur Dogyam. I think that one's kind of cute. But yeah, something I would like to redo in the future too. So yeah, maybe I'll make another one of these sketchbooks and do another redo. I did this one with pencil crayons. It's supposed to be Priston's Roa, or I guess Hinapia's Minkyang. I had a different drawing in the back and I couldn't erase it fully because I drew too dark and heavy, so I decided to use pencil crayons. I think it would have been cool if I added watercolor on top. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm very rusty with realism, so please excuse me. Doesn't really look like her either. I definitely made her look a little bit more masculine. I definitely made the shadows a little bit too dark, which made her features look a little bit too jarring, in my opinion. But yeah. A chibi I did for a live stream, I didn't finish because his face looks a little derpy. But it's, what's his name? Merlin from Fate Grand Order. I have another one of Ming Hao right here, and this is actually the cover of my zine. As you can see, he looks a little weird. I'm not fond of the nose, and his body's just a little off. So I did have to do a bit of editing before I made it the actual front color of the zine. I believe I pull it up on the screen. Okay, here it is. As you can see, there's a lot of things edited. I had to liquefy a lot of things. Because of printing, some things came a little bit more saturated and a little bit washed out. He looks a little bit paler as well. But as you can see, I added more like textures and stuff. I had to bump up the contrast between them so that the texture of the watercolor really came out on the cover. I really like it. I think I have a few copies left, so if you're interested in my D8 fashion zine, which is filled with a lot of watercolor chibis and a lot of sketches of Ming Hao or D8's fashion, then you can definitely check this out. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I would like to make another zine soon, so yeah. Okay, so what am I talking about? Come on, let's go. Oh, I'm showing the sketches here. yeah, so there's sketches in the sketchbook, and there's watercolor chibis and stuff. And I put a few of my digital sketches and digital stuff in here. Fun zine, very fun zine. If you want to check it out, please do. I'll leave my store link in the description. Okay, so next one obviously is the Sailor Moon painting that all of y'all enjoyed a lot. And yeah, this is one of my good days. I had a good day painting her. And I didn't have a good day painting Miku after, so I did not finish her. Her face was just off, like in general, which is bad. I could have sketched and saved myself all the hassle. I do like the colors and saturation of Miku, but I could have saved myself from actually planning out how I wanted to draw her. Her face just looks off, and I know it's because like I also didn't color in the headphones, so her face looks like it's like diagonal. But yeah, we're at the end. Here's Masaki. I'm not going to talk about it too much. You guys would have saw a whole speed paint of him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this really weird format of this video, as well as the sketchbook tour. But thank you very much for watching this video and wanting to see the rest of the sketchbook. I'll talk to you guys next time, so bye! Please. Am I pulling it up? Do 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 do. Come on. Where am I? Am I finding the zine? I'm gonna cut all of this out because where the heck? Where is the zine? Where is the zine? Come on, me. It doesn't take me 10 years to find the zine.